Well, the last we looked at, the India alliance has overshot its 31st December deadline of seat sharing. They continue to say that they are very much together, but the split is wide open when it comes down to seat sharing. And especially in key states like Bengal, or the alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party, what's going to go down in Delhi or Punjab. Already where Maharashtra is concerned, the Uddhav faction of the Shiv Sena wants 23 seats and the Congress had said a firm no. So are they any which way closer of coming to a consensus? As of now, no. The time, of course, is running out.
With just months left for the big 2024 poll battle, cracks in the India bloc are widening. After the Congress versus Shiv Sena UBT fight over seat sharing in Maharashtra, now it's Congress versus AAP in Punjab and Delhi. An ugly war of words has erupted between the alliance partners after Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann took a jibe at the Congress, calling the party dead in the two states.
ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ 'ਚ ਮਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਛੋਟੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਸੁਣਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਥੀ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ
The Congress hit back hard with one leader even calling Mann a joker in a social media post.
आने वाले समय में माताएं ये भी कहेंगी कि एक पार्टी थी जो आजकल तिहाड़ में मिलती है ये बता दे कौन सी ऐसी पार्टी है जिसका 40% नेतृत्व जेल में हो और बाकी जाने को तैयार बैठा हो तो ये कुछ फ्रस्ट्रेशन भी आम आदमी पार्टी में दिख रहा है.
The face-off between the Congress and AAP comes amidst rising tensions over seat sharing in the opposition. In Maharashtra, the NCP and Shiv Sena UBT have claimed a deal on seats. The state Congress leadership is painting a different picture.
दिल्ली में सीट शेयरिंग वगैरह के ऊपर भी चर्चा शुरू होने जा रही है. तो क्या हो रहा है कि पांचों राज्यों में जो चुनाव हुए और उसके बाद जो नतीजे आए तो निश्चित तौर पर थोड़ी सी उदासी थी. तो उस उदासी को खत्म करना पड़ेगा और नए जोश नए उत्साह के साथ इस देश में लोकसभा चुनाव के लिए हम सबको तैयार होकर उतरना पड़ेगा. इसलिए हमने नारा दिया है तैयार हम.
महाराष्ट्र में शिवसेना की जो ताकत है वो सबको मालूम है. हम लड़ते आए हैं 23 सीटें तो उसमें गलत क्या है और इस बारे में हमारी बातचीत दिल्ली के जो वरिष्ठ नेता है कांग्रेस के जो महाराष्ट्र का भविष्य तय करेंगे कांग्रेस पार्टी का उनसे सीधी बातचीत चल रही है.
Another key constituent of the opposition alliance, the JDU, is reportedly upset over a range of issues from lack of urgency in the campaign to nomination of a convener. The India bloc is yet to find common narrative in its mission to take on the formidable BJP election machinery led by Prime Minister Modi. Bureau Report, India Today.
But now what's it come down to, viewers, is that the common narrative, one can wait for that. But what was the genesis of this India alliance? And that came in from seat sharing. That was the reason why there was an India alliance. Till now, that hasn't also happened, and you're less than 5 months away from elections, leave alone a narrative or messaging in place. Let's take this debate to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Tuhin Sinha, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party; Adil Singh Boparoy, National Spokesperson, Congress; Nitin Tyagi, National Spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party; Riju Datta, National Spokesperson, the TMC. Adil, allow me to begin with you. And Happy New Year, but I'd also like to add that I would reckon you've already surpassed your deadline of 31st December for seat sharing now.
Well, happy New Year, Preeti, and wishing you a wonderful year ahead. Coming to your question, I do believe that a common narrative is certainly in place. And that narrative is against BJP's mismanagement when it comes to issues like unemployment, price rise, and the denigration of institutions. Yes, as far as seat sharing is concerned, tickets are concerned, who's going to fight which seat is concerned, of course that's work in progress, but that's also work in progress within the BJP fold. So therefore, these are issues which take time. There are nuances involved. Every political party may want a larger part of the pie. Ultimately, there is a narrative, there is an understanding, and there is a fundamental agreement amongst all political parties that today we're at a crossroad. And that crossroad is to save India and save India's constitutional ethos from the onslaught of a majoritarian government which does not believe in the rule of law, which does not believe in a level playing field.
Okay.
Therefore, it is work under progress. There is agreement on a host of issues, and in any democratic formation, let's take the case of your network for that matter. This is a mere illustration. There are bound to be different views. But when you come out, when you've decided that yes, this is a narrative which has to be propagated, this is a common decision which has been taken, everybody is on board.
But all right, Adil, I'll give you an example because you quoted my organization. There are bound to be difference of opinion. There are bound to be very, very different ways of how each one of us would conduct ourselves, but not one thinks that he or she is superior to the other. The problem there, what lies with the India bloc is, and that comes mostly from your own allies, that the Congress wants to play not just brother, but the big brother or the overarching figure overall. For example, the demand of 8 seats when you just got 2 out of 42 in a state like West Bengal. You just had 1 seat that you won in 2019 in Maharashtra, and now thumbing your nose to the demand of the Uddhav faction of the Shiv Sena. There's a bit of delusion attached to all of this, which is not going down well with your own allies, and they seem to be losing patience, sir.
Preeti, you have to understand one thing, and I think there's no dispute in this, notwithstanding what anybody may say. The only political party which has a national footprint amongst the India alliance is the Congress party. I think my friends from the TMC and the Aam Aadmi party will agree on this. Yes, in some states we are stronger than the others. In some states, of course, it's work under progress. Having said this, minor wrinkles happen in any discussion. It happens in discussions amongst family members. I may disagree with my father or my mother. So that doesn't mean that there is a rift or there is a gulf or that, we are engaged in a tug of war. The point is, for a democratic formation like the India Alliance, all parties have to come together and realize a common mission. And just to respond to one of the key takeaways from your presentation earlier, I think there is a narrative.
Okay.
Yes, for the rest, we are working and we're working diligently and conscientiously. But as far as the narrative and common messaging is concerned, I think there is unanimity amongst
Riju Datta, is your party losing a bit of patience because the sheer fact that there is an India alliance, it's not about ideology, it wasn't about messaging, it wasn't about narrative, it was about seat sharing together and looking at a figure which would defeat the Bharatiya Janata Party. Is your ally, the Congress, being a little slow in that?
See, when you say we do not have an ideology, I do not agree to that statement because I believe the fight of 2024 is bigger than the India alliance. It is to save India, that is Bharat, and the Indian constitution. So it's a much bigger battle and it's much bigger than the India alliance or the BJP. It's for the country itself. And I want to say this categorically that the India bloc is united. Whether it is Congress, TMC, Aam Aadmi Party or every other party in the alliance, we are all united in this battle together. However, again, I will reiterate my point that there can be a lot of formulas, there can be a lot of things that have been floated in the media, but the final decision will be taken when it comes to Bengal between the Congress High Command, that is Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and the Trinamool High Command, that is Miss Mamata Banerjee and Mr. Abhishek Banerjee. And that's that.
So, Riju Datta, you do admit the Congress High Command is Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi and not Mr. Kharge?
No, Mr. Kharge, of course, he's the Congress president.
Okay.
I am talking about the Congress High Command, and of course, Mr. Kharge is part of it. And Mr. Kharge's name was, we value him so highly that his name was even recommended as the face of the India Alliance by Mamata Banerjee herself. So,
which was very quickly put down by the Congress themselves. But Riju Datta, I'm going to come right back to you. Nitin Tyagi, in midst of all of this. Okay, make your point, sir. Make your point. Please make your point.
Just for Bengal, see, in Bengal, in 2019, Congress has 2 Lok Sabha seats. Whereas in the 2021 Vidhan Sabha elections, under the magnanimous leadership of Mr. Adhir Ranjan Choudhry, Congress is 0 in the state assembly. So in that case, whenever the senior leaders talk about sharing, seat sharing, and whatever they come to a conclusion, that will be final. But I don't think Congress has too much leverage in asking for too many seats in Bengal.
Well, I'm glad, Riju Datta, because you immediately came, I'm glad you explained yourself and you came up with a rider saying that the Congress doesn't, but the Congress thinks it can, and rumor has it they want 8 seats. But having said that, Nitin Tyagi, if you're all one, and there is an understanding, there is a common narrative, then how is it that your top leadership comes on national television and calls the Congress ke ek thi Congress? There used to be a political party at one time called the Congress.
See, let me first wish all of you all a very happy New Year. Secondly, it sounds so wonderful when a small misstatement or a very small statement is taken out of context by the media, by the BJP, and they try to show it as a huge rift in the India bloc. So it shows the fear in the BJP it has from the India bloc in our. And let me tell you something. The state units of every party, be it Congress, be it Aam Aadmi Party, be it, they would obviously go for a bigger share. They want bigger share, every one of them. It is natural. So let me tell you, we are going for a bigger fight than any party, individual party, and we all have to make sacrifices for that. Our country, our constitution is much bigger than our alliance or the individual parties, and I think we all are going to make those sacrifices for a common goal. Today, we see what we see in India is a government running a parallel constitution, a constitution it itself holds. It just tears up every single page of the constitution. This is what we are trying to avoid. We're fighting against this kind of government, and we all are going to come on same page.
Okay.
These are teething problems. These are teething problems.
Explain, sir, before I go to the BJP spokesperson, please explain for our viewers, in which way have we quoted the Chief Minister of Punjab, Mr. Bhagwant Singh Mann, out of context, where he says, it was a question,
Please don't take it personally. Please don't take it personally.
No, not at all. Mr. Tyagi, not at all taking it personally. I just want to ask you.
General thing.
In general, I want to ask you, sir, how has it been taken out of context? I can play the reaction out for you. It was a clear question to which the reply was Ek Thi Congress. How has it been misconstrued?
Absolutely. So we are talking about a state unit right now, right? Now you are taking me out of context. When I am talking, I told categorically, yes, every state unit is going to ask for more. The Congress state unit is going to ask for more. Our state unit is going to ask for more. But we all have to make sacrifices. Focus on the word sacrifice that we have to make instead of trying to pull our leg. Please.
All right. Okay. Now, the fact is in all of this, and we'll cut across to Tuhin Sinha, where the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, where, there's an anomaly also where Punjab comes in, Mr. Sinha, because it will actually serve the India alliance well, if you look at it as a political analyst, that the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress go it alone. And there is no alliance in Punjab. Many would actually suggest that. But having said that, the charge is, Mr. Sinha, no matter how much you try, the India alliance is giving it to you being now a tad bit scared because they seem to be moving in a cohesive fashion. And yes, they are late on their deadlines, but there is intent that they need to get down to seat sharing, which they said they will.
Well, good evening, Preeti. A very happy New Year to you.
To you too, sir.
To panelists and to everybody. I don't understand what you call cohesive, the kind of language which each of the alliance partners uses against each other. Forget what the Punjab CM said. If you play out what Sandeep Dikshit has said in response, he says, "Aapke to 40% neta jail mein hai, baki jaane ko taiyar hai," which in a way confirms that the Congress believes that the Aam Aadmi Party is an outright corrupt party. Alliances are made with neta, niti and niyat. What they have is andhera, arajakta and anishchitta. And mind you, significant sections of the Indie alliance together realize that the alliance is going to collapse after 22nd January. And that is the reason why each one of them is going to play very difficult with the
But Tuhin Sinha, why after 22nd January?
They know that they can't even take a stand on the Ram Mandir. Look at the statements which are coming.
But since when did Ram Mandir become a political issue, sir?
No, it is a part of it is a national.
It's the only issue that BJP has.
No, please don't intervene and barge in.
No, let's go one on one. Okay, no. But Mr. Sinha, the question is, since when did the Ram Mandir become a political issue?
No, Ram Mandir is a national issue. We believe it's a spiritual, it's a civilizational issue. Forget being a political issue. It's a civilizational issue on which they can't take a stand. Now, let me precisely come to the seat sharing which Congress has demanded of its alliance partners. 291 seats. There's a saying, first deserve, then desire. Do you think on present form, Congress even deserves 91 seats? They are they're in power in 3 states. those states constitute 50 seats, and based on the performance of Congress party in the last two general elections, they would not even win 10 seats over there. So do you really think so? These are ways to, really play hard, bargain hard, and eventually pin the blame on the other partner for breaking the alliance. You wait and see what happens.
All right, okay. Riju Datta, I know you want to come in, but Adil Singh Bopurai, the fact is you might call, somebody like a Sandeep Dixit a fringe player, but the sheer fact the sniping keeps going on from either side, there is a trust deficit. There has to be.
Well, Preeti, the fight is bigger, the struggle is bigger. Please understand this. The struggle is for the future of this country. Why is the BJP obsessed with us? If the BJP believes what Mr. Sinha is saying, then they should be happy. Why are they obsessed with us? They should focus on governance. They've been elected to govern, and they have to give their report card to the people of this country. They haven't been elected to be obsessed with us and pass jibes at us. And as far as the BJP is concerned, let me remind you, it was the same top echelon of the Bharatiya Janata Party which made allegations of corruption against Mr. Ajit Pawar, Chhagan Bhujbal, and a host of other leaders who then joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. So what happens when you join the BJP? The charges disappear. So therefore, the fact of the matter today is that as much as the BJP may want to show dissensions amongst the India ranks, the BJP has to answer on 3 counts. Number 1, what is your performance chart when it comes to employment? Number 2, please respond on price rise. And number 3, please respond on the denigration of institutions in this country. Why is it that institutions have become hound dogs in this country? Why is it that nobody is asking the BJP to respond on the economy? After all, you're elected to alleviate the suffering of the people.
Sir, I'll come to you only. Let him finish.
Why are you getting so anxious, Mr. Sinha? You'll have your turn.
You have asked me questions. You don't
Sir,
want
I'll come to you. Let's go one-on-one. I'll come to you and then I'll go to Riju Datta. Go ahead.
Therefore, today, please see the protest by the truckers in this country today. Please see the long queues at the petrol stations.
But Adil Singh Bopurai, the fact is you talk about the truckers' protest. Yes, we're all seeing it. But are you actually in a place where you say that the protest is justified? That there shouldn't be stringent laws for hit and run? Are you actually justifying that?
The incumbent Bharatiya Janata Party has to find a solution. I am saying this from the point of view that an ordinary consumer should not suffer waiting in lines at petrol stations.
Okay.
Instead of giving us sermons and lectures, find solutions. You're in power. That is my point.
All right. Tuhin Sinha, please respond. Then I cut across to Riju Datta.
Since the Congress wants us to focus on administration, let me educate the Congressperson on what exactly is administration. 315 hospitals were created by the central on the initiative of the central government. Before we come to
can we let's go one by one? Can I just get Tuhin Sinha? Go ahead.
315 hospitals. 70,000 kilometers of extra national highway in the last 9 years, 500 kilometers of metro rail, 75 new airports, 50 crore Jan Dhan bank accounts, 4 crore houses under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, and they will teach us how to focus on administration. When he talks about unemployment is at a 6-year low. If he reads an SBI report which puts it at 3.2%. They talk about inflation. Inflation is less than retail inflation is less than 6% during the second part of UPA 2. It was consistently in double digits. So these are the people who give us lectures on administration just because they can't, take a stand on Ram Temple.
All right. Okay. No, it's not. Okay. I don't think the Ram Temple is there. But sir, you're quoting certain studies. Studies can be quoted depending on what side of the divide that you stand on. But having said that, Riju Datta wanted to make a point earlier. Riju Datta, please come in.
Yeah, when BJP talks about administration, I hope, touch wood, it does not happen, but I hope whenever next time Tuhin falls sick, he gets admitted to AIMS Darbhanga, which Pradhan Mantri inaugurated, and he mentioned himself. So let's not go into it. When you talk about giving wages to all these, to the underprivileged, in Bengal, Manrega workers, you have not paid wages of 2,700 crores when they have already worked. अगर कोई आदमी घर में किसी को काम करा के पैसा नहीं देता, उसको चोर कहते हैं लोग. So let's not go into all this nitty-gritty, Mr. Sinha. We have a lot to say. And talking about Ram Mandir, I am glad, Preeti, that today on your show, the BJP has given a self-goal where he has categorically said that Ram Mandir is a political issue for them. This is what we have been saying. I think Ram Mandir is not BJP's paternal property. Ayodhya is not the paternal property of Mr. Gautam Adani. It belongs to everybody who follows the Hindu religion. And I am saying it on record on India today. हम राम मंदिर जाएंगे, पूजा भी देंगे, पर बीजेपी को वोट नहीं देंगे. How does religion come into politics? Whether you are Hindu or Muslim, you are buying petrol at 100 rupees per liter. You are buying gas at 1200 rupees per cylinder. The middle class backbone is shattered. There is no jobs in this country. And they are harping about Ram Mandir. अरे भाई, राम तुम्हारा अकेला का नहीं है, राम हम सबका है. But vote हम तुम्हें नहीं देंगे. And the people of this country will not vote for you.
All right,
because you talk about religion, you do not talk about the
Nitin Tyagi, you want to come in very quickly because, you know, the question that is going to be asked of the India Alliance, and it will keep being asked till the time at least there is some conclusive, benchmarks that you reach on seat sharing. Right now, what we can only see is sniping, nothing really conclusive coming on ground.
See, sniping, yes, you can call it sniping, definitely. When you see people, you're talking about a lot of people in these, Mr. Dixit you were talking about. I do not want to comment on that. And these are not people who would be actually be the decision makers. But yes, definitely, let's talk about the whole India Alliance right now is focused upon giving one versus one kind of candidate in the upcoming elections. And we are committed to that. We are committed to giving a government to this country which is helpful for the farmers, which is helpful for the students, for the youth. It brings in more jobs. It is helpful towards the women of this country. And more or less, we want a government which honors the constitution that we have and does not.
All right, well,
have a
many would say the
parallel
time is running out in terms of providing one seat, one candidate. But
don't you worry about that.
No, we are not the ones to worry. We are only here to debate. But Tuhin Sinha, I want to bring you back into this debate. The question is, the sheer fact that the opposition can come together, you might say the chemistry lies with you. But just if you look at arithmetics, it has gotten under your skin. Many would suggest, the last session would not have seen a suspension, which was historic, of 146 parliamentarians if you were not spooked.
I'm challenging these opposition MPs. You go and fight the election and try to create sympathy for yourself. You will not get that sympathy. Because the fault lines today are very clear. On the one hand is the ruling party, which has a vision for the next 20 years. And on the other hand is an outright corrupt and opportunist alliance. Hemant Soren, one of their core partners, has, evaded going to ED for the 7th time. His arrest is imminent. Ideally, that should have happened 1 year ago. So again, they would blame us and say, talk about the timing, you're doing it just before the Lok Sabha elections. But fact is, these people don't have a vision for the future. And today, mind you, on your show, so far, we have heard, the opposition talking ill about the Prime Minister, but the TMC spokesperson wanted to send me to AIMS Bhagalpur. So look at the kind of, the negativity they bring to the table. Do you think...
What's wrong with that? He's saying AIMS Darbhanga. You yourself counted it as one of the benchmarks of administration and governance. What's wrong with going to? Why is it negative?
No. Why does he wish that I go there? Why does he, he's not happy seeing me on your show, is it? He's not happy seeing me healthy. So this is the kind of mentality.
Do you think AIMS Darbhanga? Okay, go ahead. Okay. All right. I have terribly run out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this rest. But, one thing that we don't even need to confirm, it's a debate that is going to continue in days to come. With that, a quick wrap. To stay with us on the other side is Gaurav Sawant. Thank you all for joining us.
whenever PM comes to Tamil Nadu, it will always create an impact, especially for motivating our Karyakartas, inspiring the public. So PM's visit to TN is always special. And the last many visits, 2 times Honorable PM has come to Chennai, then Honorable PM has come to Dindikkal for the Gandhigram University. Now the Honorable PM is coming to Trichy. So he's coming across different parts of Tamil Nadu in the last 2 years. And we are very happy. Today many of our Karyakartas and people of Trichy will get an opportunity to meet our Honorable PM. In fact, for the public dedication project, close to 4,500 college students have registered from 14 different colleges in Trichy. So all the college students are coming and seeing our Honorable PM. So PM coming here will always make an impact, be it an election or be it non-election time.
Oh, sorry.
यजमान बिहार में बहार है, आ गई सरकार है।
जरा तोते से बोलिए ना, हमरा भी भाग्य बताए।
क्रोध ने सताया था, क्रोध ही सताएगा। गुस्सा पहले भी आया था, गुस्सा आगे भी आएगा।
गौ माता, ये नया साल कैसे मनाया जाए? ये मोदी को कैसे हराया जाए?
बच्चा, राजनीति की रगें दुख रही हैं। पहले करो मेरी सेवा, कृपा वहीं रुक रही है।
हाँ जी, हाथ पकड़ो मेरा जादूगर भैया, फ्यूचर देख के बताओ पार लग पाएगी नैया?
ABCDE आपको उन अक्षरों से बचना होगा जिनमें E और D आता हो।
देखो भैया, मेरा 2024 कैसा दिख रहा है, जरा देखो भैया।
बालक, वैसे तो सब कुछ चमक रहा है, लेकिन तुमको अपनों से ही खतरा है।
हाँ? अरे बाप रे, अरे भैया।
अरे एस्ट्रो वाले बाबू, जरा मेरा फ्यूचर बताओ। इज इट सो ब्यूटीफुल, सो एलिगेंट, जस्ट लुकिंग लाइक अ भाव?
ओह, लकीर चमक रही है। 22 जनवरी को प्रभु श्री राम के आशीर्वाद से किस्मत और दमक जाएगी। जय हो।
Good evening, viewers. Let's take a look at the weather report across the major cities this evening. Thiruvananthapuram is at 30 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 114. Mumbai is at 32 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 209. Panji is at 28 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 174. Ahmedabad is at 28 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 197. Bhopal is at 22 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 193. Jaipur is at 18 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 266. Delhi is at 18 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 266. Srinagar is at 6 degrees Celsius with AQI being 128. Lucknow is at 16 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 281. Patna is at 16 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 228. Kolkata is at 16 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 300. Hyderabad is at 24 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 196. Bangalore is at 23 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 103. Chennai is at 25 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 172. This is all we have for you in this segment. Hope wherever you are, you find favorable weather around you. Keep watching India Today for all the weather updates with me AI Sana all through the day.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Growing Legacies.
Co-presented by Century Laminates by Manish Malhotra, fashion for your furniture.
Co-presented by
Macho Hint, बड़े आराम से.
Co-presented by New Kia Sonet, the Wild Reborn. Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com, हर family होगी insured. Max Life Insurance.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has dropped truth bombs on Canada's support to Khalistan terror. India-Pakistan relationship, India-China ties, and India's relations with the world in the past 10 years. In fact, he reveals the blueprint of the Narendra Modi government's foreign policy, and that's our top focus story.